Hello, my little YouTube yogis. I thought that this month's practice would be nice to reflect and restore, to think about what day we've had, how the year is going, but try not to dwell on the negative, and maybe use what's useful from the past to move forward to the future, to the present. So let's start in a comfortable seated position. You don't need any blocks for this practice, but it will be quite a dynamic vinyasa flow. So closing down the eyes, feel your body lengthen through the sides and settle into your thoughts. Sometimes it's difficult to be useful in the here and now when our mind is cluttered up with problems and ideas and things that maybe haven't gone so well. So today, let's acknowledge this and use insight from that to move forward. So steady breathing. Keep lengthening through your spine. Feel your surroundings. So feel your sit bones rooting down, your spine lengthening, and the temperature of the room around you as you practice. Take 3 or 4 more breaths here just to settle. Allowing your lungs to fill and emptying them completely. One more breath here. Now let's move into downward facing dog. So come straight into downward facing dog. First downward dog, probably for most of you. So come up high onto your toes. Allow your neck and your head to drop and your gaze to move between your knees. If your heels are easily coming down to the mat, extend your stance so that your hands and feet are a little bit further away from each other. And breathe. Rotate the top of the arms away from your ears. Inhale, come forward into plank. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank, pushing through your arms, rounding through the top of your neck. And exhale, lift those hips up high and back. Focus on lengthening the sides of the body and opening up the backs of the legs. Pushing your calves and your shins towards the back of the room. Inhaling forwards, looking up. And exhale, pushing back. Inhale, looking forwards and up in the plank pose. And exhale, pushing back. Walk your hands slowly towards the back of your mat. And allow your body to melt forward in ragdoll. These inverted poses really help you to see a slightly different perspective. So sway backwards and forwards, maybe nodding your head. Lifting your sit bones, feel your hamstrings opening towards the back. Exhale, walk back forward into plank. Lower yourself down onto the mat. Inhale, come up into cobra or low cobra. So shoulder blades sliding down your spine. Gaze forward, lifting your heart. Yeah. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale forward into plank. Take your right hand slightly forward and centered on the mat. We're going to come into side plank or supported side plank. So rolling onto the outside edge of your right foot. Inhale and lift your arm up towards the ceiling, or alternatively bring your left leg to the front to help lift up your hips. So inhaling here, powerful move to start. Lock through that shoulder, make sure you're not sinking into your shoulder. Exhale back into downward facing dog for 3 breaths. For 2. And for 1. Keeping that neck long and heavy. Exhale forward into plank, left hand slightly forward and into the midline. Rolling onto the side of your left foot. Inhale, come up into plank, looking up at your top arm, or bringing that right leg forward to give you some support. Keep lifting through your hips. Bring that left hip slightly forward. Exhale, down. Take a chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra or up dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Bring your left knee down onto the mat. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, open out the arms into cactus arms and slowly bring them behind you to interlace your fingers, opening your heart. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Lower your right knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Cactus your arms. Interlace your fingers behind your back, lifting your heart. Breathing here. Allow your hips to sink. Feel that stretch through your right hip flexor. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step back into plank. Your choice of chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing for 3. For 2. For 1. Inhale, right leg comes up high, step it forward. Inhale, come up into crescent lunge. Opening your heart. Keep your arms in cactus, lifting strong and firm through your legs. 1 more deep breath. Exhale, frame your front foot and come into pyramid pose. So back heel is lifted, front leg is straight, square up your hips. Extending forward from your hips, allow your body to melt forward over your legs. Option to use blocks is always here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bending the front knee. Step the foot back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg up, comes up. Step forward. Pause, inhale, come up into crescent lunge. On the left leg, right heel is lifted. Exhale, opening out through the chest, lifting your heart. Keep the legs strong and your breath steady. Exhale, hands to the mat, straightening that front leg, keeping the back heel lifted. Hips are level, extend and fold forward over your front leg and breathe. Allow the breath to relax your mind. Really focus on the poses, the transition, and nothing else during this practice today. Place your hands on, come back into plank, chaturanga, inhaling up dog or whatever modification you wish to make. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathing for 3. For 2, for 1. Inhale, right leg comes up high. Exhale, bring that knee to nose, right knee to right nose. Now take that right foot across your body, so it's on the left side of your body, and inhale, come up into a star. Looking up again, that shoulder needs to be locked. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, come forward into plank. Bring that knee to nose. Take it out to the right. Rotate on your right foot and inhale, lifting the arm up, opening the heart to the sky. Strong dynamic poses, opening the body, finding space. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Come forward into plank, chaturanga. Remember not to go too low when you come into your press on a chaturanga. Exhale back. You want to keep your shoulders level. You want to keep the pose strong. For 2, for 3, inhaling, lifting your right leg high. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Pause, take a breath, come up into warrior 2. Nice warrior, side facing. Inhale, reverse your warrior, lifting and opening through the right of your body. Exhale, come to extended side angle with your forearm resting on your right thigh. Inhale, bind, half bind, so take your left arm round behind your back. Inhale, extend your arm up, keeping that chest to the side of the room. And now come forward into extended side angle, keeping that half bind or making any modification you need. Exhale, release your hands, step back into downward facing dog. For 2, for 3, inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Pause. Inhale, come up into a warrior 2 on the other side, if we just swap sides. Extending your arms. Settling your breath. Finding your focus. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Find the length through the side of the body. Sorry about that. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, wrap your right arm around. Reverse your warrior once more. And then exhale, extended side angle with a half bind. Keep the pose deep, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, frame the front foot, back into plank. Your choice of chaturanga, elbows tucked into the sides. Inhaling up, exhaling, pushing back down. Breathing for 2. Swapping sides again. For 3. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, back up into warrior 2. And we'll come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So straightening that front foot. Extending sideways. Wide open triangle. Focus on having the same length of the body on both sides, right and left. Use the space. Sometimes when we're feeling kind of overwhelmed, we tend to become quite small. So use this expansive pose to find space. Inhale to come up. Exhale, windmill down your hands. Come into downward facing dog. Two more breaths. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between your hands. Come up into warrior two. Straightening that front leg. Exhaling forward. Opening out into trikonasana on the other side. Really focus on the space that you're taking up in the room that you're practicing. Lift that front kneecap. Feel the energy through your feet. Exhale, bend that front knee. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Heart opening. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. For two. Take those legs back, pushing through the heels, so you're really stretching out your calves, the back of your legs. As you exhale, bring your hands back towards your toes. Bend your knees, take your feet wide to the sides of the mat, and come into Malasana. Pausing here with your hands in prayer. Two. Three. Take your right hand to the mat. Take your left hand up to the ceiling for a twist. Rooting down through your feet. Opening your chest to the side of the room. Exhale, swapping over. Sweep your right hand up. Breathing steadily. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. For two. For three, keep with the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale. Come forward into plank and take your right foot behind you onto the mat, rolling onto the outside edge of your left foot. Inhale to look up, lifting your chest towards the ceiling. Strong through that supporting left arm. Strong through the legs. One more breath here. Exhale, bring that right hand to the mat. Lift your right leg back up. And exhale, bring it forward into pigeon. So if you have any issues with knees or joints, roll onto your back and do that reclining pigeon stretch. Otherwise, inhale to look forward and exhale, come to rest with your forehead on the mat. Breathing here. Catching back with your breath. Slowing your mind. Feeling the muscles release and relax. Inhale, hands underneath your shoulders, hips up, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank, lower through chaturanga. Inhaling up dog, exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Keep pushing through the fingertips so you're not sinking into those wrists. Lifting the tailbone, lengthening through the back of your legs. Allow the head to be long. Inhale, come forward into three-legged plank. Take your left foot behind you. Roll onto the outside edge of your right foot. Inhale, lift your left arm over, opening up your shoulder. Sort of a flip dog. Keep pushing through that arm, supporting arm. Know your limits. Exhale, come back up into three-legged dog and come forward with your left foot into pigeon on the other side. Always important to work with the body that you're presenting with today. Not the body you had yesterday or the body that you wish you had. Relaxing, breathing, measure that breath. Steady the mind, keep the focus inwards. Inhale, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the back toe, lift the hips, step into plank, lower through chaturanga, inhaling up dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Here for 3, 2, 1. Tiptoe your feet through, come forward into a comfortable seat. Bring your soles of your feet forward into Baddha Konasana, inhaling up through the spine, folding forward for the last time, settling the breath. If you wish to have Shavasana, to take Shavasana, unroll yourself slowly, lay yourself down on the mat. For the rest of us, let's have 2 or 3 more breaths here. Feeling the back of the ribs really opening. The neck is long. The mind is settled. Inhale, come up. Sit in a comfortable cross-legged position. Opening the eyes. Thank you very much for joining me on this short but effective reflect and restore practice. Look forward to seeing you again soon.